Hello. In this video, you will learn about the equation, the general equation for sine, which is listed right here. And we will analyze each of the highlighted letters and how it applies to the graph and the equation. We will start with the parent function for sine is just sine of x. Then everything that is added inside the parentheses, outside the parentheses, or a constant that multiplies sine will be affecting the wave, and I'll explain that in this video. We will start with the amplitude. The amplitude is given by the letter A. That is the height from the middle to the top or the bottom of the graph. So in the graph, we see that the center is that line right there. And from the center all the way to the top of the wave, that would be the amplitude. It is also from the center all the way to the bottom. Those two are the same. To find the value of the amplitude, we take the absolute value of whatever the number is there. So if you have a number 3, the absolute value of 3 is equal to 3. If you have a -5, then you have to take the absolute value, which gives you +5. The amplitude will always be positive. If it's a negative, that means you just have a reflection across the x-axis. Next, we have the angular speed. Previously on the Ferris wheel example, we used the letter W. This is the rate at which an object changes angle. We use this angular speed to figure out the period. The period is the length of one cycle of the curve. In other words, the time it takes to return to the starting point. So on the graph, let's say we start at time 0. We start here at 0, and then it goes up, starts coming down, goes all the way down, and we are back at 0. So that would be one period. Or if you start at the top, you move until you hit the same height, and that would also be one period. In order to get the period, you divide 360 by b. 360 degrees by b. Or if you're using radians, then the period would be 2 pi divided by b. Remember that 360 is equivalent to 2 pi. It's just different units. We also have the phase shift that would be given by the value of c. That just means that we move horizontally either to the left or to the right. And we also have vertical shift. This is the movement vertically from the middle of the graph. So let's say we were moving 3 units, then every point on the graph moves 3 units up. Starting here, it would be 1, 2, 3. The point at the top also moves 3, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And when we connect the graph, everything will be moved up 3 units. We will get in more detail on that once we have an example with actual numbers. This is it for the introduction of the general equation for sine.